Welcome back to the Morning Blend. So be honest, when it comes to your retirement, are you winging it? Turns out 37% of workers don't have any strategy for their retirement, according to a recent survey done from the Transamerica Center for Retirement Studies. And here to get us set with a game plan is one of the area's leading financial pros. It happens to be Abe Ashton. He helps people prepare for retirement and even hosts his own retirement radio show. It's great having you, buddy.
How are you?
Doing all right. A lot of people winging it, seems like. A lot
lots of people
caution to the wind.
Yeah, 1 in 3 or so are just out there just thinking, well, I hope it works out. I don't know that hope is a great strategy, and only 1 in 5 actually have a written plan. And so I'm always asking people, why? You know, what is so scary about actually sitting down with an advisor, about actually having a plan, actually engaging with a professional? One of the things that I think it is I think people don't want the accountability. When you don't have a plan, when you don't know what you need to do, it's easier to procrastinate.
Yeah.
It's like sitting down with a trainer at the gym. You know, if you have a goal that you want to obtain, you say, hey, well, this is what you have to do.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, and you'll accomplish your goals. You'll have the body of a Greek god. But once you know what you have to do, you say, oh.
I have to do it. It's kind of like going to the doctor, getting the checkup, but you know what they're going to say to you.
Yeah.
You're like, maybe I should.
You need to lower your cholesterol. You got to eat a lot more fish. You got to do this and that. And all of a sudden you think, okay, I don't know if I want to know the answers. I don't know if I want to know what I have to do. But it's normally, this is what I find when people come into our office, it's normally not as bad as they think it is. They may already be on the right track, but having a written plan, having a strategy, that becomes extremely important because it holds you to it. It holds you to that plan so you accomplish your goals.
All right, so let's talk about that. A good retirement strategy. Obviously, it's going to look different for everybody, but what can we expect out of a good retirement strategy?
Well, good retirement strategy is going to take into things healthcare, estate planning, not just the financials, right? A lot of people think, oh, it's just about income and investments. That's what retirement is about. But most people forget that a couple, the average couple, will spend over $250,000 in healthcare.
Wow.
Through their retirement years. So what is your plan for that?
Yeah.
Or it involves estate planning. I was sitting down with a client last night in our office who needed to meet late in the evening, but we were sitting there with our attorney, Kurt, who's been on the show before, talking about charitable remainder unit trusts and the different type of irrevocable trust to help protect assets from overtaxation and liability. So there's lots of different components, but the first step is just sitting down and saying, hey, this is where we're at. These are our goals. What do we need to do? Can you help us get there? And that part really is easy.
Yeah, it's not just having a discussion and just, all right, I'll remember that, thanks.
Yeah.
Put it on paper and have a good game plan on paper.
Right, a lot of people start out at the beginning of the year say, this is the year. This is the year where I'm going to get that retirement plan. This is the year where when I get myself on a schedule. People think they're starting too late, so they can't possibly make up the ground that they need to make up. So that's the thing, and it's never too late to sit down and actually have, as cliche as that sounds, it's never too late. It is always the right time to sit down. And remember, it's not just until you get to retirement, it's once you're retired. You still need that plan. I mean, you don't want to run out of money and go live with the grandkids, right? So part of that retirement plan is not just pre-retirement, it's post-retirement as well.
And I think that's where a lot of people maybe drop the ball. They know how they're going to save the money perhaps, but they don't know how they're going to spend the money and make it last.
It's a difficult transition when we go from the accumulation, saving phase of life to the distribution, spending the money phase of life, because that's when you start having that balance, those funds come out of the balance of those accounts, you start to say, well, I don't want to run out. So I don't know how much to spend, but I really want to spend. I promised myself I would travel, but we want to help people fulfill those promises without the liability of running out of money or longevity risk.
Do you think the worry with some of the people that don't get a retirement plan is the fact that they're worried that they're maybe not on pace or they're doing the wrong thing, they don't want to know?
I think a lot of people. I think that's it. They just don't want to know. And the truth is 3/4 of those people are probably doing just fine.
Yeah.
They're probably on pace, but let's at least sit down and have that conversation.
And for the people that are off pace, perhaps it's an easy fix. Perhaps it's just a little tweak.
It normally is. Yeah. It's a little tweak. It's maybe a little more savings here or a little different approach to accomplishing a certain goal. And that's why people like having a local advisor who understands their needs to come into our offices and just say, hey, I want to sit down with you and be able to come in or just give you a phone call and say, I heard this on the news, or I saw this on TV, or I saw this in the newspaper. What should I do? What are your thoughts about that? And that's the benefit of working with a local advisor right here.
Abe, let's help people.
Let's help people.
Let's help. If you don't have a plan in place on how to successfully retire, you may be able to get one today on the house, gratis. One of the first 8 callers. See if you qualify. 702-900-8177. Must be nearing retirement or already retired and have at least $250,000 in investable assets. Ashton and Associates, number and website right there on your screen. They're on St. Rose and Henderson, and they're a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend. Thank you so much, Abe. Great having you.